we're just going to use Lancet imagery to review how NDVI has evolved in your fields, how it relates to crop history and events in different years. We'll probably be downloading 2 or 3 years of history from your fields, and it's going to be very interesting to see what you see, what you can learn from history, and how it can help you for the next season. And I'll show you an example in a minute. Or we can also see how you can support the full process of field visits, how you can plan field visit locations, how download to GPS, upload results to the GIS for analysis, and we're going to see another example. So you have access to 3 sample data sets: the cornstalk sampling data set, this other data set with some history, another data set where you can practice how to download GPS points, and the 4th one will be your farm. So that's why we're requesting your field boundaries. So I'm going to open it where. So these are some projects from you who have sent your imagery. When you see RS Dean or RS Dennis, RS Francis, those are the projects that we're preparing for you, and we'll send them when they are ready. And I'm opening a project where you'll have an idea of what you will be receiving. So basically you have your line unit boundaries, and then you'll have NDVI from different years and different months. So here we see the first one was this one was May, which was nothing planted, and then we move into June, where it has been planted in some fields, and then we'll have July, where it's more crop activity. And for instance, in this field there's a pipeline running, so that's explains that require excavation, a little bit of what Martha was telling about the field that had a road in the north end. So here you can see a little bit of the pipeline, which was excavated and soil replaced, but maybe it's not so evident with regular imagery. But then with vegetation index, you can really see how the plant is performing. So that's a reason why you're using NDVI during the season. Okay, a little bit of another band 6 of Lancet was collected at 120 meter, but resampled to 60. How accurate is this method? We usually take Lancet as a useful resolution for 30 meters. I will get back to you to see if we even use band 6. There are 7 bands. I believe we don't use band 6 in NDVI calculation, but it's a good question. I'll get back to you to see if we use it or not. Resample to 60. And so that's a little, really two sides of the question. One is if we use band 6, and the other is how do you resample something that was taken at 120 meters to 60 meters? I know that, for instance, you use Lancet imagery, which has multispectral capabilities, and you can combine it with spot imagery or Aster imagery at 10 or 15 meters, which is black and white or grayscale, and you can resample that to improve the resolution. I don't know the technical details, but I will get back to you on that, because that's a process that you do when you process imagery. You have low resolution, you combine it with other imagery at other resolution. Okay, so basically this is one project that you will have access to do the exercises, download it, and see the different layers, and you can have more accurate information by selecting some of the pixels. Each pixel has 50 meter resolution. So there you have, you can also see the values associated. So there's the NDVI value between 0 and 1. And then something else that you could do, it's I'm going to create a field visit layer. I'm going to create it because it's not creating this project, but in your case, those are layers that could be created beforehand. Field visit, November 2011. I'm going to create it in a new group called field visits. And this is very important because the structure, it's what data are you going to capture when you do the soil labs or when you do the field visits. So could be man plant sampling, which is from company man plant. It's a colleague who's participating in this course, Dennis Goder. So this structure, this data was provided by them, so that's why we have this data structure. And there you see that you have all the fields that are needed. So thank you, man plant. And so there you have all the fields that are needed to get the soil samples afterward. So this is a process that you can practice in the sample data, and you would be, for instance, planning field visits in the areas of higher stress. So maybe 2 areas there, or maybe areas that are performing better. And then you can just, so I'm just doing this, a little bit of what you're going to be experiencing in the exercise. And then I'm just going to enter some sample numbers there to, and then basically you can go to the GPS. First I'm going to remove, these are the points that I had from the cornstalk sample. So I'm going to remove them first. And then I'm going to bring from the GIS, from the layer that I just created, field visit November 2011. And also I'm going to make sure that the sample point goes into the identifier. You could do many other things. You could, let's say, assign by management zone or by field number or by soil type an attribute, so when you can bring that into the GPS as a comment. So it's good to know where you are in the field if you just have a GPS navigator. Or you can download this to the to a smartphone and have the GPS location while you go through the field. So that's another capability that's available. So basically that's it. And then you would connect to the GPS. It will give me an error because I just installed this version, so it's asking me if I want to report issues. So it's searching for connected GPS devices and it will give me an error, but if you connect your GPS device, it will get connected and you will be able to download to your GPS device.